Hi, I hope everyone is well. Thank you for giving me chance to present. And today topic of my presentation is extreme seeking control for beam steering using hypersurfaces or using metamaterials. My name is Noman Ashraf, and this work has been done during my stay with University of Cyprus under Project VisorSurf. Well, we all know that recently software-defined metasurfaces have received considerable attention to control electromagnetic waves during their propagation from a transmitter to receiver. In particular, software-defined metasurfaces allow for precise control over direction, polarization, amplitude, and phase of impinging waves. And these capabilities have recently enabled the programmable wireless environment. On the other side, one of the biggest challenges in deployment of 5G and beyond will be the need for maintaining non-line of sight connection, and especially in the context of directional terahertz and millimeter waves. These highly directional terahertz communications undergo blockage because of obstacles such as high-rise buildings, and this highlights the need for a solution to sustain seamless connectivity. Beam steering via reflection through hypersurface can serve this purpose. Moreover, metasurfaces have advantages in realizing beam steering relative to other competing technologies such as backscattering communication, MIMO beamforming, and relaying. And these benefits are in terms of passive nature, and because metamaterial, they are capable of supporting soft programming. They are more resilient to noise, and metasurfaces don't need analog to digital and digital to analog conversion. They don't need power amplifiers, and they offer full band operating frequency, and they are easy to deploy. This figure depicts the hypersurface physical and functional architecture. It consists of mainly EM layer, embedded controller network layer, functionality layer, and here is a gateway layer, and here is API layer. Hypersurface is basically the implementation of software-defined metasurfaces with an embedded controller network that is used for disseminating packetized directives to set the meta atoms, and together with the specialized software and a well-defined application programming interface. This embedded controller network layer exists behind the electromagnetic layer, and it includes the hardware and protocols which are required for transferring information between the gateway and the state altering elements. In this work, we are considering the problem of establishing the reliable communication between a transmitter and a receiver using intelligent metasurfaces that is shown in this yellow color. And we assume the uncertainties in the underlying model which stem from hardware imprecision or the localization of the error margins. We consider a closed loop scheme and we formulate the problem mathematically, and our aim is actually to maximize the power at the receiver. This figure is taken from our previous work where we had considered a certainty equivalent controller based on extended Kalman filter for state estimation. And we consider the number of unit cells as the control variable. So this gateway had the estimation and the control scheme, where estimation scheme was based on extended Kalman filter, and control scheme was an adaptive controller, which was also using the predictions which were obtained from estimation scheme. Here was the schematic of the diagram of our proposed scheme. The control objective was to direct the incoming signal on the meta surface towards a single receiver. The signal strength is measured at the receiver, and then it is sent to the observer-based estimator, which predicts the distance between the current location of the reflected beam and the desired location. And then these estimations are sent to the controller part, and the design controller algorithm uses these predictions to change the reflection angle by varying the metasurface parameters. And the stability of the whole scheme control algorithm was established using Lyapunov arguments. And we performed some simulations to evaluate the performance of the proposed scheme. Recent progress has enabled us to consider the reflection angle as the control variable, which we couple in our current work with the extreme seeking control. Maximum seeking control has been preferred due to its model-free nature and the fact that in line with the problem objective, and it aims to maximize the control output, that is the received signal strength in our case. And also we consider a fault-free pattern simulator here that is used to characterize the received signal strength at the receiver, and that received signal strength measurement are sent to the gateway, which has extremum seeking control, which tries to find a new value of angle of reflection, and it sends that signal to the gateway, and then this information is disseminated through this embedded controller network and to the state altering elements, and this is how new reflection is achieved through meta surface. And this is to be noted that this embedded controller network incurs some delays because of the information dissemination, and we are also considering those effects of delays in our current work. So overall evaluation is conducted using two simulators. One was developed on MATLAB and other was developed using AnyLogic simulation platform. The AnyLogic models the process of delivering packetized directives within the hypersurface embedded controller network. The MATLAB simulator comprises of three main components. First one is the controller implementation. Second one is the function mapping the reflection angle generated by the controller to the controller states. And the third one is the module which characterizes the far field pattern as the result of the chosen controller state. So the received signal strength, received signal power is measured by the far field radiation pattern, and then it is sent to the gateway, which has extremum seeking control. Extremum seeking control, the proposed extremum seeking control tries to maximize this power and finds a new angle of reflection theta r that is sent to the hypersurface through embedded controller network, which will incur some delays. So this controller signal when it reaches to the hypersurface reconfigure its parameters or its control states, and new reflection is achieved. And this is a recursive process. This is the overall scheme of our proposed extremum seeking control, which is actually an adaptive, nonlinear, and model-free control method. And in this strategy, the input signal in the extremum seeking control, here the theta r that is considered as an input signal that is perturbed sinusoidally, and the resulting changes in the output signal, that is received signal's power in our case, is measured to determine and then follow a local maximum of the measurable objective function, and we are trying to maximize this power by checking the effect of input perturbation signal. To evaluate the performance, we have performed extensive simulations, and in the first set of experiments, we considered zero feedback delays, and initial angle of reflection was considered at 40 degrees. However, the target is placed at 50 degrees. So our objective is to steer the beam from 40 degree to 50 degree. And at the time 0 second, when angle of reflection is 40 degree, corresponding normalized received signal strength is somewhere near to 0.4, and we have to maximize it to 1. So so it can be seen here that extremum seeking control algorithm is able to guide the beam to the correct direction, and it causes the normalized receive power to increase from approximately 0.4 to 1. However, it is to be noted here that the convergence is rather slow in our case, that it is almost taking 2 seconds to achieve its steady state. So because of this slow convergence, one of the major objectives of our future research will be to further investigate the ways with which convergence time can be reduced. Moreover, the radiation pattern at the plane parallel to the hypersurface, which includes the receiver, has been obtained at different simulation instants at t is equal to 0 second, at t is equal to 2.3 second, and where at that time where when system has converged to its steady state response, and it can be seen that at t is equal to 0, radiation pattern was more centered at 40 degree. However, at 2.03 second, it was centered at 50 degrees centigrade, which was our objective. So because of the information dissemination through the embedded controller network, there will be some delays, and those delays will be are based on the how much reflection angle is changed, and that's why those delays are time varying. So in the next set of experiments, we investigate the effect of delays on the performance of the proposed algorithm, and the characterization of the controller network delays is done using AnyLogic simulator. And this time varying delay, we can see that this time varying delay doesn't lead the system to instability as shown in this figure, and where convergence to the desired reflection angle is still achieved, that was the 50-degree. However, it is to be noted that this response of the system is little bit more oscillatory as compared to the previous response. So now we have seen the effect of the time varying delays, but the question that arises is what value of delay cause the system to behave in undesirable way. So that's why we have examined the convergence properties of the system in the presence of feedback delays for different values, 20 millisecond, 30 millisecond, and 50 millisecond, and the resulting time evolution of the angle is shown in this figure. And it is observed that at the time is equal to 50 millisecond, this yellow one graph, the beam is steered to an undesirable direction, and which renders the received power equal to 0. And this 50 millisecond bound is not very far from the delay values that can be incurred by controller networks. So careful consideration of the delay effect is required for the future designs. Similar to the delay, we have considered the effect of the sampling time. For that, we have considered discrete time implementation in our simulation framework, and we investigate the effect of the sampling time t on the system performance. We have considered different sampling times equal to 0.01 second, 0.05, 0.1, and 0.5 second, and the time evolution of reflection angle for each of these sampling times is shown in this figure. It can be noted that increasing the sampling times cause an increase in the system damping, which results in the slow responses when t reaches a sufficiently high value, let's say 0.5 second in our case, the system even fails to converge to the desired state, and it causes the received power to attain values less than 1. So theoretically, we know that small sampling times should have more frequent update of the controller states, and which will incur a higher traffic load at the controller network. To investigate this effect, we investigate the workload generated by the control algorithm on the embedded controller network, and we have done this using AnyLogic simulator. We consider the effect of sampling period on the spatial distribution of the traffic in the hypersurface controller network, and we visualize this using heat maps which are presented here, and the cells of which heat map correspond to the cells of hypersurface, and the hotter the color of the cell, the higher is the number of times it has been deconfigured, and higher is the traffic generated. As expected, a small sampling period yields a higher number of configuration. That is, for our this case, t is equal to 0.01 second, because these red cells showed more traffic generated, and more time it has been reconfigured. These cells are reconfigured. So in this work, we have, concluding this, in this work, we have designed and evaluated a closed loop scheme for reconfiguring the hypersurface's controller parameter. And our objective was to steer the impinging beam on the hypersurface to a desired location. Due to the model-free nature, extremum seeking control was chosen for the controller implementation, and it is shown through simulations to be effective even in the presence of time varying delays which were incurred due to the information dissemination latency within the embedded controller network. The traffic within the controller network is also characterized for different sampling rates. Our future work will be focused on the analytical evaluation of the extremum seeking control strategy in the presence of delays, as here we have considered delays through only simulations, but however in future we will consider the effect of delays theoretically to find the bounds on these performance bound on these controllers. We will also consider the methodologies with which convergence rate can be increased. Also, one another future direction of our research can be to consider the moving targets and multiple impinging waves. And that's all. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, you are welcome.